have Dr. Anuradha Kapoor with us. The request. Let's wait. She joins in.
Hi.
Hello, ma'am.
Can
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How is the lockdown, ma'am? How is it treating you?
Yeah, it's just very frustrating. But we are trying to cope with this problem, but everybody is facing this.
Yeah, it's still hope for being productive and everything. So we've been enjoying. You've been cooking up, making up any dishes, anything?
Yeah, dishes. Yeah, we are just making some dishes, new things. But I am
Great.
also doing online consulting.
Yeah.
My patients they are consulting me online.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Amazing. So, well, for me, lockdown is pretty much productive. I'm baking cakes. I am part-time interning and making graphics. So it's pretty productive and fruitful for me. Not that much boring.
So
Okay,
being a
ma'am.
doctor, a lot of things to do. Like I teach
Yeah.
my students, so I'm teaching also. That is going on. So
Okay.
yeah, keeping myself busy.
So, welcome, ma'am. We welcome you to our live talk show that is in conversation with future leaders. And today we have with us is Dr. Anuradha Kapoor. She's a diabetologist. We are very, very, very happy to have you, ma'am. So, let's start off with your journey. Tell us about yourself and how did you choose this profession? How did you ended up here?
Yeah, Diksha, there is a cute story behind it. When I was very young, I used to suffer very badly and frequently with allergic sore throat, sinusitis, too bad. So my father used to take me to my family physician, and he always asked me, Beta, what do you want to be? And when you grow old, so I used to tell him, Uncle, I want to become a doctor like you because you take my pain away. So he inspired me. My family physician inspired me a lot to become a doctor. So I chose this profession because of that, I think.
That's a beautiful story. I mean, from childhood you began, and today you're such a great doctor. It's beautiful story, ma'am. So, has your journey been as a diabetes physician? I mean, how has the platter been so far? Is it been fruitful or is it been like the steady go journey?
Yeah, I would like to tell you a little bit sad stories behind this. Actually, my mother used to suffer from diabetes, and
Hmm.
she died of diabetic complication at very early stage of life. And it was so unexpected, and it was so sad event for me that I she was very close to me. So I decided to become a diabetes physician because of her, because I was not able to do anything. I was not able to think what happened to her. So diabetologist I became because of her. And I since then I have worked a lot in this field. Like I have written a book on this topic, and I'm teaching a student. My students are MBBS, those who
Okay.
wants to become diabetologist. So because of that, I started taking interest, and what I did, I always encouraged my patients about healthy lifestyle, about like prevention of complications, so that they can live a near normal life like non-diabetic people. So I believe in prevention, and I have been teaching, I have been encouraging my patients about prevention.
Okay. So, how do you balance your personal and professional life? I mean, as doctors, it is very tough. You know, your job is very daunting enough, and you've been doing it with so much grace and with so much passion. How do you balance it?
Yeah, this is really a very good question. Actually, being a professional, really becomes difficult for us to make balance. But for me, it is not that difficult because I love my both life. Like I love my family life, I love my professional life. So to make balance, what I do, I fix my priorities and I work accordingly. I never go beyond my priorities.
That's a lesson to learn. I mean, to set your
Yeah,
priorities, and that
balance.
exactly, to set your priorities, and then you're good to go, and that's a beautiful lesson to learn. So does having diabetes means that a person is a higher risk for other medical problems? Because uh so I see news, and there's news coming up. If you have diabetes, then you are more prone to get COVID, you're more threatened to COVID. So there's been a news a lot that if you've been occurring as a diabetic patient, so you're more prone to other diseases as well.
Yeah. See, being a diabetic, yes, you are more prone to develop many diseases. In fact, diabetes can take a toll on each and every organ of your body, like starting from your brain, your nervous system, your heart, your eyes, genitourinary system, your skin, everything. Everything is affected by diabetes, and we call it complications of diabetes. And regarding COVID, if you are asking, so there is no such data so far that if you are a diabetic, you are not at higher risk of getting COVID. That is not
Okay.
true. But if you are diabetic and you do get COVID, then certainly you are higher risk of developing complications of COVID. Okay,
Okay.
you heard about the complications of COVID. So
Yeah.
people die of the complications. So being a diabetic, you are at risk of those complications.
Okay. So, ma'am, how important it is to follow a diet when you are a diabetic patient yourself? What role does a diet play when you are a diabetic patient?
Okay, diet and exercise, both I would like to cover. Both are the causative factor of diabetes. Okay, so both are since both are the causes of diabetes, so obviously both are important part of management of diabetes. And according to me, who believe in prevention, according to me, diet and exercise has definitely higher role. So I believe in that because if you follow diet advices given by us, it gives you a very positive impact on overall diabetes control. And I would tell you that if you lose 5 to 10% of weight, if you are obese, and if you are ready to lose even 5 or even 10% of your body weight, it is going to give you a very great result. So certainly it has a very important role in the diabetes management.
What precautions should a diabetic person take to avoid the rise and lows of the blood sugar levels that we say?
See, when a diabetic person consult a doctor, like when my patient they consult me, I teach them, I educate them about the normal level of blood sugar, low level of blood sugar, and what should be the target that I fix about my patients, depending upon what kind, whatever they are, different comorbidities they have, we fix the target. Okay, so they know what is the normal, and we teach them how to monitor it and when to report the doctor. So usually with our guidance, I don't think they face any kind of this type of problem. But if they do face the problem, my advice is that immediately report to your treating physician, and they may need your physician may need to change your this insulin regimen, your drug regimen, your treatment regimen, whatever you call it, your diet and different things. So you need to report your physician. And one more thing here I would like to tell you that if you are on insulin, we advise three things. Do not do any kind of fasting and feasting. Do not skip the meal, and do not bring any kind of changes in your insulin doses without consultation of your physician. So these are the precautions we tell them to take, and we teach them how to tackle with the low blood sugar, like we call it hypoglycemia. We teach them to tackle it.
So, ma'am, according to the report of the WHO, the World Health Organization, in 2015, we had more than 69.2 million people who were diabetic. So, ma'am, we say that diabetes is uh, in the genes and it's genetic, or it is because of the eating patterns or the sleeping patterns that we are having that we are developing diabetes on such a vast pace.
Okay, okay. Let me tell you, explain you. See, diabetes, there are many factors that cause diabetes. That's why we call it multifactorial disorder. Okay. So there are genetic factors, there are lifestyle factors. So depending upon your lifestyle, nowadays, like people are, they are acquiring Western lifestyle. Okay, in their eating pattern, sitting in the all the time in front of computer, TV. So basically, they are leading a sedentary kind of lifestyle. So because of these lifestyle changes, they are getting more diabetes. Because of that, you are getting increased number of diabetic cases in the world. So yes, these two things are very important in the causation of diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes.
So, ma'am, what are the types of diabetes?
Yeah, for us, there are many types of diabetes, but for normal people, for you, there are two type of diabetes. If you already know what is diabetes, let me tell you, diabetes is a disease caused by deficiency of insulin. There is
Yeah.
there is improper utilization of glucose in your body. If you know this, so based on that, there are two type of diabetes. Type 1 diabetes. In this diabetes, there is absolute deficiency of insulin. Your body doesn't have insulin, okay? And second type is type 2 diabetes. In this kind, your body do secrete some insulin. There is a relative deficiency, okay?
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, what are the symptoms if an individual is suffering from diabetes? How he or she would know that he has diabetes? What are the symptoms regarding the diabetes?
Actually, this is very important for common people to know about the symptoms,
Yes.
because if you know this, then you can detect it at early stage. So
Yes.
there are some symptoms, we call it classical symptoms,
Yeah.
like there is increased thirst, बहुत प्यास लगती है, there is an increased urination, frequent urination, and there is increased appetite. And in spite of all these things, there is a weight loss, unexpected
Okay.
weight loss. So these four are classical symptoms, but not necessarily people get all these symptoms. Usually what they get, they feel like tiredness. They get different kind of infections, like fungal infection, especially fungal infection of genitals, fungal infection of skin, and infection of gums and teeth, and dark skin patches. This kind of illness they get more in diabetes.
So, ma'am, even in my family, my uncle is diabetic and my mother was diabetic. It's now a bit cured. So, I want to know this on a personal level. When there's a diabetic patient, they cut down on sweets. Why is it so that they cut down on sweets? Why they are not allowed to take sweets?
No, see, what I told you, what is the definition of diabetes? There is a problem with the utilization of
Yeah,
glucose. So
yeah,
what is sweet? Sweet is a glucose, okay?
yeah.
And uh, who causes this? Who pick this glucose from your body to deliver to the different organs? Insulin. And
Yeah.
just now I told you, there is a either absolute deficiency or relative
Mhm.
deficiency of this
Mhm.
hormone. So if you
Mhm.
eat sweet, it will give you a free sugar. Immediately it will increase your blood sugar level immediately. So there is no insulin or there is less insulin to pick this up.
So,
You
ma'am,
got it?
does that mean that we should completely cut on sugar,
No,
or we
no,
should limit
no.
it up?
Yeah, see, diabetes, we advise, let me talk about me. I
Mm.
advise my patient to follow a disciplined lifestyle, to
Mhm.
follow a diet schedule that is in a disciplined manner. So, from my side, my diabetic patient, they eat everything. I don't think they should not eat this and they should not eat that. They are eating everything, but in a controlled way, in a disciplined way. You got it? So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
would rather say, because of diabetes, what I tell my patient, you are lucky because of diabetes, you are started living a healthy lifestyle. There is
Yeah,
nothing harm in it. There is nothing harm. See, if you were not diabetic, you would have not consulted me. You would have
agreed.
not started this kind of lifestyle. So why
Hmm.
to worry? There is nothing to worry. If you are diabetic, you need to be just follow a disciplined lifestyle and you will do great.
Okay. So, ma'am, if a woman is highly diabetic and she is pregnant as well, so does that become a problem for the woman or the child?
Yeah. Yes. See, hyperglycemia. Diabetes means there is a increased blood glucose level. We call it hyperglycemia. So hyperglycemia of any kind is very, very harmful to both mother and fetus. And because it causes increased maternal mortality and
Hmm.
morbidity, and also
Yeah.
increased perinatal mortality and morbidity, and also affects after birth both mother and child. They are affected by this. So of course this is a alarming sign. You should consult your doctor.
So, ma'am, due to the recent outbreak of the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, what are the measures the diabetic patients should take care of so that they don't get into the risk zone of get?
Exactly.
So, what are the
Exactly.
measures they should take?
Yeah, so for diabetic people, we give two advice. One is general advice that all we give to all patients, and one is specific advice we give to our diabetic patient. First, they have to be under control. This is very, very important. They have to take it seriously and they have to keep their blood sugar level under control. Second, they have to keep their kidney and heart levels and functioning, like with their with the consultation of their physician. They have to keep these organs functioning, and
Yes.
they should keep themselves hydrated, and they should follow the 6 days guideline we give them. Whenever they get sickness during that time, they have to follow those guidelines. And one more important thing, we advise them to get immunized. Like they should get immunized for influenza vaccination and pneumonia vaccination. And regarding general advice, like we give to COVID people, they should follow the social distancing, hand washing, and healthy eating, doing exercise, yoga. Now everybody knows this thing. Everybody has learned a lot during these days how to follow this COVID period. How to keep yourself healthy during this COVID period.
Absolutely amazing. So, ma'am, any message or any advice for the younger generation? Because, as you said, we are shifting towards the Western lifestyle. Our paradigm is shifting. So, as younger generation, we hop on to junk food more than to the healthy foods. So any advice for the youngsters out there?
Yeah, this is very obvious advice, and they also know this. that they should avoid junk food. Actually, this is the main reason of increased incidences of diabetes mellitus, type 2 diabetes in younger population. Even you can see the type 2 diabetes in um, uh, children in 12 years old, in 18 years old. That is really alarming. So I would tell them at least they should try to, I will not say stop eating, but they should eat in a controlled way. Like they can eat once in a week, they can eat once or twice in a week, and so on. But if we say stop, completely stop, they are not going to listen to you. And secondly, I would like to tell them increase their physical activity. And
Yeah.
instead of playing game on computer, they should play outside. They should play with their friends outside of their house, in the playground. That is my advice to them.
So, ma'am, you're a mother yourself. Does your children listen to you?
Yeah, that is really a very great question. Of course, 50-50. That's why, I told you, okay, I don't tell my son completely stop. So they started listening to me. Yes, my mother is saying that do not stop completely, but just be a little bit disciplined, like once in a week, once in a 2 week, like if you can do, and do certain exercise and physical activity. So my son also follow this.
So, ma'am, as a aware patient, as a aware healthy citizen, 5 things we should always keep in mind if we are prone to diabetes or we might get prone to diabetes.
5 things. Okay.
Yes.
If your parents are diabetic, your relatives are diabetic, if you are obese, in a woman, if they have polycystic ovary disease, if they are having a condition of skin patch, we call it acanthosis nigricans. If they are having that is a dark skin patch, you can find it on the behind the neck, under your axilla. If they have that, they are having sedentary lifestyle, and they are eating junk food.
Yeah.
They have chances of getting diabetes. And for pregnant ladies, if they are already having bad obstetric history, they have chance, along with all these things, they have chances of getting diabetes.
So, ma'am, due to the pandemic, you've been, teaching your students with online classes, and you've been working from home, and you've been taking webinar sessions and everything. Recently
Yes.
conducted any, recently conducted any webinars? Would like to share the experience with us. How was it? How the students
Not
reacted?
webinar, not webinar, but I took lecture on COVID, and how to general precaution about COVID, and how to stay positive, and precaution taken by of course, our diabetic patients, and how to, most important thing during this COVID period is, it is very, very frustrating. So you have to stay positive. That is the most important thing, because um, uh, we know this is a difficult time, but we have to think that this time will pass and we will come back to normal soon. But I will tell everyone, till we get the vaccine, please follow the this measures of social distancing. Follow it. We don't have any choice.
Yes, absolutely. So, ma'am, from like we already have this image that if a person is a doctor, we respect him, we show them the utmost gratitude, and we genuinely love and care them because they are the ones who've been saving our lives, who've been, motivating us to live a healthy life. So, back in your childhood days, would you like to share any funny experience with us regarding any when you visited a doctor and happened to be a very funny incident? Would you like to share it with us?
Right now, Disha, I don't have any kind of such kind of experience to share.
अच्छा मैम, जैसे हम ये मानते हैं कि डॉक्टर है तो उनको तो बचपन से ही बहुत अच्छे से ट्रीट किया होगा, बहुत बहुत
No, no,
प्यार
no,
मिला होगा, बट मैम
no,
आपको
no, no.
कभी पिटाई हुई है, आपको कभी डांट पड़ी है?
Yes, yes, yes. my mother, once she beat me, I remember, and I got very, very angry why she beat me. Yes.
Okay. It was lovely
Anyway,
talking to you, ma'am.
we are not different than you. We have all suffered the same things, like you people. Okay, we are not different from you.
It was
We
lovely
also
talking to you, ma'am.
get ill, we also get like sick. We also get like sad. We also get depressed. You know.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being live with us. It was absolutely amazing having with you with us. And any tips and tricks you would like to share? Anything you would like to tell the audience to just stay safe and stay away from this? Anything you would like to share with us?
Yeah. First thing is that follow the social distancing. This is very important. One thing, if you want to know, if you would like people would like to know, I would like to share that when you buy vegetable, I just want to give you a tip. When you buy vegetable, just put all your vegetable in a bucket filled with salted water. Okay.
Okay.
Or yes, only salt. You add some salt and take lukewarm water and put it for 20 minutes. And then you take it out and wash thoroughly. Then you are safe. You can use it. And this is the tip I want to give to my viewers. They should follow this. And of course, wash your hand very frequently. They all know all these things. I think people are asking about this thing, how to
Yes.
save our vegetable and all. And
Yes, ma'am.
regarding grocery products, I would
Mhm.
suggest you one thing. Those things that is packaged like in a sealed packet, you can wash it with soap and water. There is nothing harm. You just wash it with soap and water, uh, sealed thing, and those which are not sealed, you should leave it in the open for at least 24 hours. Use it after 24 or 48 hours. Okay, these things they can do and feel safe.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are very happy to have you as our superheroes for watching us and saving our nation. We would like, from the team of Communicator, we would definitely like to thank you with the bottom of our hearts for serving the nation so well. It was lovely talking to you. We hope to connect with you very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nice
Thank you so
speaking to you.
much. So that was Dr. Anuradha Kapoor. It was lovely having us. I mean, that's such a fruitful conversation we had. Thank you, Doctor, for enlightening us with your words. Also, before I leave, I would like to tell you all a personal experience. Guys, please stay safe. Please be home. Don't move out yet. The lockdown is still going on. We should definitely take the precautions and measures as suggested by the doctor. You know, if the health is there, then the wealth is there. So please, please, please stay safe. Take care and just follow the measures the doctor said. And if you're a diabetic person, follow the measures. Thank you for tuning in, and it was lovely having you all of us.